Hello everyone, my name is Holly. In today's video, I will be showing you some books I want to read in July. Now, my July TBR has slightly altered just in the last few days. I was so set on 4 books, which is typically the amount I choose in these videos, so I don't drag you guys along a huge TBR that I don't stick to, which I know can be really frustrating as a viewer, and it honestly leaves me open for some mood reading. But now I only have 2 books I'll for sure be reading. Also, can we freaking talk about how it's July? I really need to film my mid-year book freakout tag soon, but summer creeped up on me so fast. I don't even like summer, so I mean, hopefully these few months can just like go very fast and we can get fall and winter already. That I would not mind. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about this like chaotic brain process of mine. As someone who has a ton of unread physical books, that is always what I like strive to pick and choose first. And actually all of these books I'm talking about today, I just recently hauled. So though I'm not choosing books I've owned for years and haven't read, which I own a lot of, at least we are still like chucking away at that endless TBR. So first, let's talk about the book that I am currently reading, and that is The Goblin Emperor. Tor sent me this lovely paperback and its sequel, The Witness for the Dead, last month, and I am just so curious as to why this book's reputation is as high as it is. I'm grateful for the opportunity, so I'm about 75 pages into this, and I'm liking it so far. I mean, I've barely scratched the surface, so I haven't like solidified a valid opinion yet, but I'm super excited to continue. It's totally not what I expected, actually. It's heavily a political fantasy. I'm still learning about the way the world works, and it's just fascinating so far. It's following a half-goblin character who has lived most of his life in exile, and he gets terrible news at the beginning that involves his family, and finds out he's next in line for the throne. And I totally feel for him. I am definitely attached already. The beginning reminds me a lot of Half a King by Joe Abercrombie, which is my favorite book of all time. A very similar start, so I hope it can keep up the pace. It probably will, since it has such a cult following. But yeah, I'm very excited to continue this. And I might actually go on to the sequel after I read this one, because it is so short. I might as well show you that one too. It's right here actually, The Witness for the Dead, and it's a very short one. Not quite a novella, but it's 230 pages, so why the heck not? Might as well get it off my TBR too. She Who Became the Sun. So this one is releasing in July, and I really want to read it. And I might still be reading it in July, but I think the audiobook would actually be such a great experience with the story in particular, with it being a queer imagining of the Ming Dynasty. I'm getting like good narrator vibes and emotional story that I think would come through great in that format. So I want to wait in hopes that it pops up on Scribd. If you don't know what Scribd is, it's a fantastic, affordable monthly subscription website for audiobooks and ebooks. This isn't sponsored, by the way. They have no idea who I am, but I just really like their service, and I actually have a link in my description box where you can get 2 months free. But yeah, following along with the audiobook is the experience that I desperately want. So yeah, that's why this one is iffy. It might be an August read, but we'll see. Let's move on to the 2 books I will for sure be reading 100%, and the first one is The Pariah. I will finally be reading my very first Anthony Ryan book. I have gone on way too long without having read from this author, and I want his name under my belt. He has written so many books, and I actually own a few of them, mostly on my Kindle though, but I just think this is such a great starting point. This is published by one of my favorite publishers of all time, Orbit Books, and it's following in like an outlaw thief type character, which I always really enjoy reading about. This is an arc, by the way. It releases in August, so I thought it would be great to get and jump on it now. The arc is chunky, so that probably means the actual book is even chunkier. Honestly, I wouldn't have my adult fantasy any other way. So look forward to my review for this in my July reading wrap-up. And then I have Chaos Vector. I have been wanting to read this damn sequel for so long, and with the third one finally out and about, and also on my shelf behind me, there's no better time than now. I also just really want to start No Fit Gloss by Essa Hansen. But I thought, like, okay, I'm getting way too ahead of myself. Before I jump into a new sci-fi series, which I rarely read, let's get this one finished first. The first book in this trilogy is Velocity Weapon. Really enjoyed it, and I really think the sequel is going to be even better. That's all I hear when anyone talks about this series, is they get better and better, so I'm excited. It's an epic space opera, and that's exactly how I like my sci-fi. So those are some books that are currently in my little July stack. I will for sure be reading more than this, but I feel like I need a YA book. And you know what? Yes, I have been eyeing Bone Crier's Moon for a really long time because it has like this creepy necromancy type magic, I think. Like the magic is based off getting power from bones, and that sounds so rad. I'm totally aware this has like a high potential to be a miss for me, as it probably has a lot of romance. But I am still willing to give it a try. I also have book 2, so it would be nice to get them off my TBR finally, whether they're both good or not. And I think that's going to be it for today's video. If you would like to follow what I'm currently reading throughout the month, you can follow me on Goodreads. The link is always down below in the description box. Let me know in the comments what you plan to read in July. I know it's so hard with so many great sounding books that have released recently, but what are you feeling? What book is sticking out to you the most? Give this video a thumbs up for me. It really helps me out, and subscribe if you haven't. I upload videos every single week, and until we meet again, happy reading.